Good afternoon everyone, thanks very much for joining me from wherever you're watching this from in the world. As for me, I'm currently in Hastings on the Sussex coast in the Old Town, just about to tour something very special. Now if you are a fan of warehouse interiors and the industrial aesthetic, this is warehouse living in its purest form and I think you're going to love it. This, just to set the scene, is the top 2 floors of a Georgian building accessed from George Street in the Old Town. It is a complete project. It's a mixture of commercial and potentially residential space. You've got brickwork everywhere, you've got fireplaces, you've got exposed timbers, you've got central columns and beams, you've got vaulted ceilings, and you've also got warehouse features. The whole thing comes in at 2,000 square feet. It's coming on for sale for £425,000. My colleague Madelaine Cooper is looking after this. I'll leave her email address below for you to link up with if you'd like to talk about it in more detail. But it is a really fantastic space. I hope you're going to love it. Let's go and have a walk around. So here we are. This is the end of George Street. Down the other end there is St Clement's Church. And then you stroll along here. Nice quiet spots. Lots of mixtures of old Georgian historic homes. And here we go. This is the top of the building. So there's 2 floors. That's the upper floor with the vaulted areas there we'll be in shortly. But the main building itself is mainly also the building itself. The other floors are accessed from below on George Street on the roadside. Now that door there accesses the top floor of the 2 floors that we'll be going into. We'll go there shortly. And this door here is where. Let's get inside. This is where I filmed the intro, this floor I should say, where I filmed the intro for the video. Right, so that's the back of the front entrance door to this space, and it drops you into this communal, it's actually technically a communal space, but it's a light bulb basically that you use to access the 2 floors. That's the stairs to access the floor above, which we'll be into shortly, and then this is a little bridge that runs across this light well here and void space into the lower of the 2 floors. What a space. I mean, it's a bit like taking on a classic car. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Just to refurbish this and really give it some love. But not that you'd want to change a great deal. I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't want to do much to it. I would just enjoy, celebrate, and just expose the features and all the imperfections that this space has, because it just looks so authentic. So this is the commercial element of these 2 floors. It's got these big Georgian windows at the front here, and these overlook George Street below. And if I just put the camera there, you can see up the street lots of cafes and bars and pubs. Very historic, very popular, very sociable part of Hastings here. And here we go. So lots of authenticity. You've got the original beams, you've got the pillars, areas we can add in fireplaces if you want to put some wood burners in. There's electricity on this floor, there's plumbing and waste on this floor, there's water, and there's also electricity. So you've got the basics to get your commercial space up and running. The owner uses this place to store and create art. It could be an office space. I think the usage currently is either B1 or B8. So that's a combination of office space if you wanted it, and also the light industrial, I think B8. I would need to double check on that, but I think you could certainly use it for gallery and that sort of thing. And then just the area there which they've carved out as a small kitchenette. But what a space, I hope you agree. I mean, this is just fantastic. We're going to go upstairs and have a look around the top floor now, which is even better. I'm going to head out that door and go up 1 level. Okay, before I head upstairs, this is the upper floors from the outside, and that is the street below. If you're familiar with Hastings, you'll know where we are. But it's all been, you can see, it's been looked after over the years. I mean, that's been repointed. It's in really good order for such a sizable old building, from an externally. And then these big doors, and we're inside. Right, that's the back of the door for the upper level of these 2 spaces, and up a lovely squeaky staircase to this top floor of the whole building. And I've got to say, one of the most fabulous, most authentic, lovely spaces I've seen since my Shoreditch days of selling raw spaces like this in the City Fringe in 1999. This is such a fantastic area. About 1,000 square feet in total. Lots of exposed brickwork everywhere. Got those windows, more sea views. Original wooden floors need sanding. They're all covered in paint. But fireplace insets everywhere, so you could add more wood burners. Vaulted ceilings, timber. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous space. And this original feature here, which obviously so if this is one thing I would like to know, if you are a local historian or you know Hastings or you know the history of Hastings and you know where this building is, I would love to know more about it. We've looked into the history, we've tried to research it along with the owner, and we have struggled to find anything about it. We can only assume it was obviously used for heavy industry at one point, because that is a really substantial pulley system, but no idea what this was used for. So if you do know, please drop a comment below, that would be much appreciated. But as with the floor below, there's water, there's drainage, there's electricity, and lots of light. But it's a fabulous space, and I just think could be amazing. I don't think I would do a great deal to it. I don't even think I'd put a bedroom in here, just have it just a big open plan loft studio space. Right, so that's the tour taken care of. Now this is the detail that I do need to discuss with you. It's very important, and I've had to write notes on this because I can't get it wrong. Right, so this is what you need to know. It's a grade 2 listed, the 2 floors are grade 2 listed. It's a Georgian building. There is currently the layout or the setup is this floor is C3 commercial. You've got an 8-year window in which to apply to convert this into residential via a planning application at the local authority. The ground, or the lower floor I should say, is purely commercial. You could try, but I think it's unlikely you'll get that. So what you'll end up with, hopefully, is a residential top floor with this vaulted ceiling and open brickwork and open floor space loveliness, and a commercial space below. So you've got that ultimate sort of live work setup. Now, if you are successful with the planning application to convert this floor to residential, there is a £20,000 overage to pay to the freeholder. The 2 floors are on a lease. It's over 960 years on the lease left, which kind of makes it a virtual freehold. It's not a share of freehold, but it's a very, very long lease. And service charge, ground rent, everything else is coming in at £2,000 per year per floor. So that's £4,000 a year in total. So I think that's, covered everything. If you would like to know more, as I said at the intro, my colleague Madelaine Cooper's email address will be in the description box along with the link to the property. Please contact us to discuss if you are interested in talking further or to arrange your viewing, that's not a problem. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to see more alternative and unique homes, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll keep you updated on other places. But for now, thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tour.